Hello, this is Connor from Kwikmodel Support. Today I'm going to be going over the anatomy of a saved project in Kwikmodel. So when you save your project, what you'll do is you'll go File, Save Current Project, or File, Save with New Name if you've already saved it before, because all Save Current Project will do is update the previous version. But Save with New Name will allow you to update it to a new folder location. So we're going to do that now just to show what happens when you save. Okay, so we'll put it in our demonstration folder here, and we'll just call this test save. Sound good? And it'll ask you to save it as a JSON file. However, it's not just going to create a JSON file when you do this. So you go ahead and hit save, and you'll notice in that folder it has actually created a new directory or new folder called test save. And if you open that up, that's where the testsave.json is, but that's also where what's called a shell.enb is, and your floor plans folder and your backups folder. Now shell.enb won't usually appear when you first save it. However, if you run with energy gauge before and then you do a save as, it'll move that over. Because what shell.enb has within it is all of the energy gauge variables that you've entered when you hit this button here, energy gauge loads. Okay. And then, yeah, you'll have your floor plans, which are just the pictures of the floor plans themselves, and then a whole list of backup files. And if you ever want to open up one of these backups, all you have to do is delete everything that comes after the JSON part, and then you'll be able to open it as a regular JSON file. Okay, it's just to keep track of the time it was saved as. Okay, and what that'll do is every couple of seconds, or sorry, yeah, like every minute or so, and then every time you save the project, it'll create a backup in that folder in case something happens and you need to restore the project. Okay. Also, with our new beta version, we have a way to send all the information over to us. Now, generally what you would do to manually do this is you just click on this little share tab up here and hit zip, and you can send us this whole project, right? But on the new version, instead what you can do is you go File, Export Project as Zip, and then it's basically the same thing, right? You just give it the name of a zip file. Make sure the .zip is still there. So we'll say test save. Let's give it a 2 because we already created a zip. All right, and then if you go inside that folder, oops, demonstration, test save, right here. We created the zip file test save 2.zip. And that way, if we're asking you for the full project, you can send us that zip. But in a lot of cases, all you really need to send is the JSON file. So I hope that kind of clears some stuff up on the project. Oh, something to keep in mind, if you move your JSON out of this folder, it'll still create the backups and floor plans folders in the same folder that they're both in. So if I go out to my test JSONs here, you'll see I have a whole bunch of like these folders. These are like the actual projects. But you'll also see that I have a floor plans folder here because I have a few JSONs I accidentally dragged out and then saved. So if you're wondering where they are, they'll always be in the same folder as your JSON file that you last saved there. So I would definitely not recommend having, you see how these JSONs are next to each other? This is not good practice because then your floor plans and your backups will get mixed up. So I would not recommend that. All right, thank you very much.